everyone. Welcome to Hearth and Hawthorne. And I thought today I would talk about Oatstraw. So, this is another part of my series on herbs, and this is the non culinary herb series. And I'll talk about its medicinal use and its magical use. Now, this particular herb does blur the line because it is also a culinary plant. So, we'll get into that. But it's a gorgeous day today. Just a tinge of coolness in the wind. The little bit of rain that we got last night brought in a bit of cool air. It cleared the smoke. The fire is still going. The wildfire is still going, but it's windy enough that it's blowing it, at least it's blowing it past us. So I really hope this mic works in the wind. This is my first time trying it. Let's get started. I want to show you and talk about Oatstraw. It's one of my favorite herbs. I have several of them, but Oatstraw is up there as well as some other herbs that I'll be talking about. Okay, so here you see on your screen there is Oatstraw. Oatstraw is where the oats come from. So if you know any bit of information on nutrition, you know that oats are really good for you. So oats, if you eat just oats, that helps with your heart health. It helps lower cholesterol, it helps lower blood pressure, and it helps regulate blood sugars. So it's really, really a beneficial food. Some people who are gluten intolerant or have celiac disease have to be careful with oats. However, you can get gluten-free oats. I mean, they're generally gluten-free, but you really have to look for the label, especially if you have celiac disease. You have to look for a label that says guaranteed gluten-free. So I'm not gluten intolerant, or I don't have celiac disease, so I can eat it freely, and I am very grateful that I can, because it is a very good herb. So these here are where the oats come from, and I'm just leaving this plant here to dry because I want to save the seeds. My friend and co-host on our other channel, Two Hags Chinwag podcast and YouTube channel, she gave me seeds for Oatstraw, and I was so excited because I always had to buy it, and I was actually quite skeptical that they would grow, but they did. I had harvested a bunch around here. I had more plants, but I wanted to save this one to plant more seeds. You're supposed to harvest them. Here, I can show you. Here. You're supposed to harvest them when the stalks start to turn yellow, but the seeds up here are still sort of green and milky. So that's known as milky oats. So you can take them early like this and make milky oat tea. So that's the best time to harvest them. This is not a good time to harvest them. This is too dry, but that's okay because, like I say, I'm saving them for the seeds, so I have more. So yeah, I was so excited to get my first harvest of Oatstraw because I just love the herb so much. And even someone who's been an herbalist for many years, I still made a mistake. And because I've never had to harvest and dry oat straw. So what I did is I cut it, and they were really, really long, like it was a really long stalk. And I thought, I think it's just going to be easier to take them in bundles and hang them and let them dry. And that's what I did. And I checked on it and it felt dry to me. So I took it and then I chopped it all up and then I put it in a jar. And I went to make a tea out of it and it was all moldy. So I really screwed up the harvest this year. But I did want to show you what it looks like when you buy it, and so this is what it looks like, and it smells good. It smells like grass almost. But so this is from an organic company in California. I forget the name of it. But now that I know that it's easy to grow, I am going to make sure I do the dehydrating properly next time. So I think I'm going to chop it up first into manageable sizes for my dehydrator, and then I'll dehydrate it as opposed to hanging it to dry. But okay, so let's talk a little bit about the uses. And while I do, I'm going to show you my grimoire, my entry in my grimoire for Oatstraw. Let's get on to the grimoire and Oatstraw's benefits, medicinal benefits, and magical uses. I like to light candles before I start working in my grimoire, just to create a space, to give it a bit of sacredness. The process of working in my grimoire feels sacred, and this is just a little something that I like to do before I get started. I love flipping through my herbal section of my grimoire. It's just, oh, it's so pretty and it relaxes me. I love Oatstraw. It has helped me so much for so many years. When my daughter passed away, it will be 14 years now. I was having a lot of problems. I had problems with depression and anxiety and insomnia. And I started taking Oatstraw every night. So what I did is I would make an infusion of it. So I would put in a huge mason jar, like the big ones, I would put about a quarter of the way up with Oatstraw, and then I would pour boiling water up to the top of the mason jar, the 1 liter mason jar, and then I would immediately cap it to keep in the steam, and I would let it sit overnight, and then I would strain it the next day and keep the infusion in the fridge. And every night before going to bed, I would take a full cup of the infusion. A lot of times I would just drink it cold, but sometimes I would heat it up and put some lemon in it. Sorry, not lemon, honey. And I found that really helped me to sleep. And the reason why it helped me to sleep is because Oatstraw is a nerve line, so it calms your nerves. It helps with anxiety and depression, but also the mineral content of oat straw. It's very high in magnesium, calcium, and also iron. But magnesium is definitely known to help you sleep, and it's also good to calm you, and it's good for muscle pain. And of course, oat straw is very much good to strengthen bones, so it's good for helping to prevent osteoporosis. It's a really great herb for both men and women, but I find women in particular, it helps prevent bone loss because of its calcium magnesium combination, which for magnesium to work properly, or sorry, for calcium to work properly, magnesium needs to be there. So it's a great herb for that. Oat straw, if you use it as a salve um, or a poultice, it's great for any skin conditions. And oats in general is great for to reduce blood pressure, blood sugars, and cholesterol. So it's great for your heart. And what else? It's an anti-inflammatory. It has so many properties. That's why it's at the top of my list. And I eat oats almost every single day for breakfast because I just think it's such a beneficial food. The other thing that Oatstraw is really good for is increasing your memory capacity and your brain function. So it's just overall a really good herb to take, and it's pretty pleasant tasting. It's mild, and if you put a little honey in it, it's quite tasty. Have you heard about sowing your wild oats? Well, oat straw and oats is a good ingredient to use in any fertility magic that you're working. It's also good for any abundance spells or magic, anything to increase your finances or your financial well being. It can also be used in any spells that you're working or any magic that you're working for peace and harmony, because it is an herb that brings balance. So I think it's a really nice component to use for that too. Just think about how oat straw balances your blood sugars, your cholesterol levels, and your blood pressure. So it makes sense that it works magically that way too. The other thing that you can do is bake things with oats, obviously, and use it to honor the god Lu during the time of Lunasa, because that's when it grows. Well, I think that's pretty much it for oat straw. I just wanted to say welcome to the new subscribers, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.